You want to get better? You want to self-improve? Stop looking for a shortcut and find your guts and your passion and your drive and find your will.
With the feeling of running out of time comes pressure, anxiety, fear. Some people try to snuff out everybody around them who's becoming what you wish you were. Envy and jealousy, depression and eating disorders, and all come to help us cope with all of these issues where we are not progressing as well as we thought because we are running out of time.
You cannot expect yourself to feel good about your day when you're including negative and dysfunctional people in your day. So what their childhood friends? So what their family? We have a responsibility to walk in the direction of peace. I want to enjoy myself. I want to smile. I actually want to feel good about the people that are around me.
None of us wake up and say, today is the day I destroy my life. What we do is we make these teeny tiny decisions. All day long, these tiny decisions that take you so far off track. And then you wake up like I did and you look at your life and you think, how the hell did I get here? And you have no idea.
It has never been so easy to spend the best hours of your days chasing distractions. You can be distracted or you can get epic work done. You can't do both.
If you go back to the people that love you, be very careful of taking their advice in an area they're not successful. Furthermore, if you wanted to get in great shape, why in the world would you take advice from somebody who tells you, this doesn't work? You start taking advice from somebody who's not even in great shape, who's not even fit, and they steal your fitness dream. Take counsel from people who are successful in the area you're trying to be successful in. You have to compartmentalize success.
Watch out with the relationships you have. What kind of person are you becoming because of the relationship that you have right now? Do those people contribute to you? Do they help you grow and develop yourself? What kind of person are you becoming? People can affect us. Our peers can affect us. Our environment can affect us. Just working consciously to overcome the poverty consciousness that I was raised in. The feeling constantly of saying, Les Brown, you deserve this. It's not too good to be true. It's true because you've earned it. The old-fashioned way. You have worked for it.
A lot of moods flying around. A lot of emotions, a lot of anger. So feeling safe and feeling secure is very important to me, and I think it's very important to every single person. I think that God created us to feel safe, secure, confident, and bold. That's what's in your spiritual DNA.
Are you carrying weights that had nothing to do with you, that were completely out of your control? Are you being victimized by you?
Come on, you don't have to radically do something. You can gain momentum and make changes as you go. Just start. It doesn't take much for you to feel good about yourself. Just commit it to a new direction and you feel good. Self-esteem starts to accelerate.
Happiness is a choice. If I think I can only be happy if they like me, you're not going to be happy. You can't please everybody. God doesn't expect you to please everybody. You don't have to please everybody. You don't need everybody's approval to be happy. No matter what you do, somebody's going to disagree with you, and disapproval doesn't have to ruin your happiness.
You have that as a choice. You actually do. You don't wake up in the morning and negativity, dysfunction, problems, and issues just randomly pop up. These are the people that you have decided to include in your life. So the outcome of your day, your hour, your minute, your week, your month, and your year, always dysfunctional. It's always draining because these are the type of people you've decided to include in your day-to-day life.
Because in a situation where you got a point here, am I going to please God in this situation or am I going to please this person? When you take that long look and realize, I'm going to give an account today for every word I say, it's going to change. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to give you courage. It's going to give you the ability to stand up and be a man in a situation that is constantly trying to put pressure on you to be politically correct or socially acceptable.
Now, life will try to make you feel like you're anything but amazing. Disappointments, betrayals will try to steal your sense of value. But all through the day, despite what thoughts are telling you, you need to remind yourself, I am amazing. I am a masterpiece. I have been wonderfully made. People may try to make you feel average. You're amazing. Have you ever said that to yourself? It has to start on the inside.
I'm willing to suffer in moving towards my target. I'm going to get knocked down. I got to get up. The race is going to be painful. I'm going to get tired. I'm going to get fatigued. I'm going to get rejected. I'm going to have all kinds of suffering to get to that finish line. And I'm willing to accept that suffering in order to win. And you need to accept the suffering as well.
See, when you start growing, when you start changing the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you respond to things, when you start saying no, if people can put you on a guilt trip, they will. And use you and abuse you over and over and over again, you got to draw the line. Don't go through life feeling like you're powerless. Victims are people that are powerless. You're not powerless. You are powerful.
And an apple a day, committed to finally having a health program that'll make you the healthiest you've ever been in the next 20 years. All you got to do is munch on that first apple. But you munch on that first apple and say, this is the beginning of developing a health program that's going to make me so healthy I'll have the vitality to do whatever I want to do for the next 30 years of my life. You don't need some dramatic vision. Just begin something. That's how easy it is to change your life. You just get back on a better track. It's a small journey to changing direction.
I wonder what your life would look like if you went back to your moments of rejection and rather than cry, get angry, you analyze those moments and reframe them as protection or projection.
You've got to chisel your character out of the raw material of yourself, just like a sculptor. Everything that happens to you, good or bad, is an opportunity for building your character. Character doesn't refer to other people. It doesn't refer to having power over other people or getting other people to follow you. Character is something that you have and that you are. Character is the person you are after you've chiseled and have gotten past all the unnecessary material to what's underneath.
You don't have anything to give that you don't have. So you have to keep your own self full. That's your job. That your real work is to figure out where your power base is and to work on the alignment of your personality with the real reason why you're here. That's the number one thing you have to do, is to work on yourself and keep your cup full. Keep yourself full.
Do you remember the last time you felt rejected? Was it a guy that never returned a phone call? Or maybe it was someone in your life who never thought you were good enough, no matter what you did to try to impress them. We all know rejection hurts. It makes us feel like we're not good enough. It causes us to question ourselves and doubt our future. I submit to you that rejection isn't something we should be afraid of. And it sure isn't something that should make us get discouraged, depressed, or work unhealthy amounts of hours just to prove to the world that we are somebody worth loving and paying attention to.
It's always going to be based on the people that you decided to include in your day, your week, your month, your year, your minute, your hour. When you go to sleep at night, how are you going to feel about your day? Stop running around acting as if you don't have a choice. You do have a choice. You love rumors. You love issues. You love problems. You love it. That's why at the end of every night you are drained, because you are submerged yourself in dysfunctional things, people, and situations. Stop running around acting as if you have nothing to do with the people, things, and situations in your life.
Some people are better takers than givers. If you're gonna draw, give on the level that you draw from. because little by little, that depletion just happened. It is a gradual decline until all of a sudden it feels like people have gotten tired of you. They've not gotten tired of you. They've gotten tired of carrying something that's not giving back on the level that it's taking.
People of character are usually well loved by everyone around them, because character is what's left after charisma is gone. Character is the result of hundreds and hundreds of choices you may make that gradually turn who you are at any given moment into who you want to be. It's something you weren't born with, and that you must take responsibility for making.
Whatever it is that you want in life, it matters. And I wish we lived in a world where people decided to elevate each other instead of knock each other down. I wish that people made a habit out of lifting each other up instead of telling people to stay down. Like, life is too short. Life is too small of a window for all of us to sit there and just tell everybody that we can't. Do you know how powerful it is when someone tells you that you can? When someone believes in you because of who you are and what you're capable of and because you matter.
Perspective is vital in a person's life. How we view things is how we do things. And so when a person gives me their viewpoint, I already know what course of action they're going to take. How I view my stuff, how I view my possessions is going to determine what I do with those possessions.
I don't think adversity by itself builds character, and I certainly don't think that success erodes it. You can build character by how you respond to what happens in your life. You build character out of certain qualities that you must create and diligently nurture within yourself. But the really amazing thing about character is that if you're sincerely committed to making yourself into the person you want to be, you'll not only create those qualities, you'll strengthen them. Character sustains itself and nurtures itself, even as it's being put to work and tested and challenged.
A champion doesn't become a champion in the ring. The becoming happens during his daily routine. The practicing, the developing, the discipline that when applied consistently can get you to the next level.
When you live like this, when you get up early, when you go the extra mile, when you have painstaking attention to detail, when you live like this, when you devote yourself to your craft, when there's a sparkle in your eye to change the world and live your heroic potential, you'll be called a freak, an oddball, a misfit. But just remember this. If people don't misunderstand you, you're not playing at your personal genius.
Take your seed, take your gift. Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from your family members that ain't ever opened a business. Get away from them. Don't die with this gift and don't never use it. All of y'all got this wonderful gift, but you gotta use it.
Where are the warriors that say, I'm gonna make a decision and I'm keeping it? And regardless of how you feel about it, it doesn't matter if the world is crumbling or down around you. Just do the thing every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
When we look at other people's success, we start creating all of these excuses as to why we're not successful like them. Whenever you live insecure, you will speak like a victim. And when you're a victim, you give away your power. Listen, I'm not trying to condemn you. I'm trying to confront you. Some of you tonight, you need to get sick and tired of living in this place. There is no person above you. When you're insecure, you're addicted to man's approval. Yet what you'll find with insecure people is the more that they get man's approval, the more they want it even more. And when they don't get man's approval, they become even more toxic.
Habits are the building blocks of our lives. It's what you can do every single day that matters more than anything. Devote yourself to something bigger. Be decisive about what you're going to do. Say, I'm going to do it, and that's it. And then be disciplined about getting it done every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
Don't base your value on what other people have said about you. Don't base your worth on how other people treated you. But you know, there's a lot of hurting people out in the world, and hurting people hurt people. It's just that when you're full of pain, then you end up just putting that pain off on everyone.
Because what was appropriate as a system is now inappropriate because I have outgrown the way I speak, the way I understand, and the way that I think. I am bigger than the system. The system can't put me away. I must put it away.
This idea that we see other people above us, but when we look at ourselves, we're beneath, we're lower than. Nothing will hold you back more than insecurity. Insecurity kills more dreams than failure ever will. Some of you are like, I'm a failure. I don't have any dreams. You're lying to yourself. You didn't even try.
If you don't have these strong purposes for the future, it's easy to get swallowed by a bad day. So if you want something to pull you through all kinds of challenges, all kinds of difficulties, and things that come at you, you got to have something on out there, beyond today, that pulls you into the future. And the clearer it is, the stronger it pulls. The more dynamic it is, the more it affects your life, your spirit, your heart, your soul. And if you have good input, like good ideas, I'm telling you, there isn't anything you can't accomplish. That is purpose.
You can't base your value on what people give you. They'll say you're beautiful one day and I don't care for you the next. If you don't know who you are without them, then if they leave, you'll be lost. Your identity was caught up in who they made you to be. You'll try to find somebody else to tell you who you are. You don't need people to tell you who you are. People will let you down. People will get jealous. People have their own issues.
I'm going to stay on this lower level. When you do that and you reject God's opportunity, you are left with nothing but the hope of magic. Magic is when I'm believing that I'm going to get a blessing up here while I'm staying down here. You can't do it. It's like believing God that you're going to get pregnant and not gain weight. I don't want to throw up in the morning. No, all of that goes along with the process.
See, all of us have greatness within us. But when you don't come to grips with your greatness, I'm saying that you're positioning yourself to be a miserable person. How else do we do it? Procrastination. We just put things off over and over and over again. Why? Because we haven't accepted it. We don't feel deserving. So we sabotage ourselves by not ever taking care of business. We get real busy doing a lot of...
We've got the time over the next 10 years. We've got the time the next 20 years to make some repair now in our errors of the past and set up some new disciplines. And I'm telling you, that's going to change everything. Self-confidence also comes from the ability to rise above your circumstances. To rise above what happens, the petty little things, the discouraging things that would sink everyone else's ship except yours. That kind of willingness to overcome all circumstances.
Why spend the rest of your life being miserable, frustrated, and insecure, and not really feeling as good as you have a responsibility to feel? Feeling good isn't just an opportunity. Feeling good is a responsibility that we all have for ourselves. I don't remember the last time I lost sleep over a hater and the things that people are running around saying. Why? Because I know exactly how I feel about me.
These haters out there, they exist, believe me. I have them all over the place. I've had them all my life. Some of the haters in your life are the best at trying to pretend to be concerned, aren't they? They're pretending to give you feedback only to lead you in the wrong direction so you lose. And so the real haters know how to pose as critic. And so it's your ability to distinguish between these two people that's going to have everything to do with whether you succeed. Keeping the haters in your life around you and letting their feedback and criticism affect you in a negative way could steal your dream. And they are dream stealers every single time.
I know what's happening. I know who I am. I know what my intentions are. I know my heart. And more importantly, God knows my heart. So for it to appear to be this, appear to be that, and then you running around saying whatever you're saying about me, that's fine. You have a job to do. You're bored. You have nothing going on in your life, so you're focused on my life.
Confidence has to do with inspiring trust, which you can only do by having faith in other people. Confidence enables you to walk into a room full of strangers and converse with anyone without fear. It makes the strangers in that room think, here is someone I not only can talk to, here's someone I want to talk to. An ill-at-ease person makes everyone around him ill at ease. Feeling right makes others feel right, and they in turn give back what's inside them, the very confidence that you give out.
Because when you can start saying yes to loving yourself, you start to realize just how far you're able to go. And I wish people knew that the ability to succeed, it's all inside of you. And I hope and pray that for all of you, at some time in your life, you'll realize that the best version of yourself is so beautiful and so amazing. And yes, people may not accept you all the time and they may hurt you, but I don't want you to keep that in, because you were meant to be a certain type of person. And there's somebody out there in this world who needs to see you for who you are.
I don't care how pretty you look on the outside. I don't care how much you dress it up. I don't care what kind of makeup you put on it. Insecurity on the inside is one of the ugliest traits that you could ever walk out. It's just not who you're called to be. There's so much more in store for you.
Well, I'm going to be selfish and take care of myself more, which I haven't for a decade.
I'm going to tell you what, you owe it to yourself, everybody. Right. Whether you've been wounded or not, right, wherever you are in life, because the fact of what you just said, you got to remember this. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of the other people around you.
Right.
It's confidence that makes people want to believe what you say to them, want to accept you as you present yourself. So confidence is not some little thing. It's a powerful force that can grow in power and flourish.
If you don't care at all about pleasing other people, if you're only living for yourself, you're a narcissist. So there's nothing wrong with wanting the approval of other people. But like all of God's good gifts, what is a good thing in your life, a legitimate need, can be misused. You have a need for food in your life, it can be misused. Everybody agree with that? Everything that God gave us as gifts actually can be misused if we don't handle it correctly.
How do I learn to believe in myself so that others will believe in me too? A truly confident person's belief in himself is strong enough so that he's able to believe in others. Conversely, distrust in yourself breeds distrust in everyone you meet. A confident person gives you confidence. She creates confidence in others. The strength of her character makes you a stronger character.
If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. If somebody who had come from the bottom and got to this position I'm in told me that this is the way I would try, if I was you, I would try that. I bet you it'll work.